everyone, I'm Catherine with Free Tours by Foot. The holidays are finally here, and we have a lot of people coming to visit New York City at this time of year to take in all of the beautiful decorations and the lights. For people traveling to New York at this time of year, one of the most popular things to do is to check out some of our holiday markets in New York City. Now, just to tell you, we do have individual videos on several of the holiday markets, so if you really want an in-depth look at the various holiday markets that are around New York City, you can check out those videos. This one is going to be just a little bit more of an overview, describing what some of the markets are like, why you should maybe choose one over the other, and what you can expect when you get here. So let's go ahead and get started. So the main thing for you to know is that there are 3 major holiday markets here in New York City that you have the option of checking out. There's one at Bryant Park, there's one down in Union Square, and there's one at Columbus Circle. They are all a little bit different. They are varying sizes. The ones at Union Square and Bryant Park are quite a bit bigger, while the one at Columbus Circle is on the small side. Those are generally the 3 options that you'll have. Now, some of what you can expect when going to one of these holiday markets, first of all, they are always going to be outdoors, so dress for the weather. Make sure you are bundled up if you need to be. And most people think of them and they think of shopping, and there is definitely a lot of great shopping to be had here. Something important to know about visiting these markets, these are not necessarily the place to go if you're looking for really steep discounts on getting holiday gifts. But what you will be able to find is some really unique things. Most of these places are local shops, local artists. Some of these things are made right here in New York. So you can find some truly unique gifts that you won't be able to find anywhere else. Find something really, really special. But the other thing to know, people always just tend to think about the shopping part of it. One of my favorite things to do at these markets is to eat. There are lots of great food options, so you definitely want to maybe come hungry, plan on eating something while you're here, because there's definitely some great things to be had. One of the most popular holiday markets is the one at Bryant Park. So this is in Midtown Manhattan. You can access the Bryant Park Market between 40th and 42nd Streets, between 5th and 6th Avenues. The Bryant Park Market is definitely one of the larger ones. So if you decide to come to Bryant Park, plan on spending a little bit of time. And I had mentioned earlier that each of these markets has something that makes them special, makes them unique. For Bryant Park, you do have great shops, you do have great food, but you also have the only market that has an ice skating rink. So if you're looking to do some ice skating, you can definitely do that at Bryant Park. There's also something called the Curling Cafe, where you can go and do iceless curling, and you can rent an igloo and sit inside and have drinks and snacks, and it's a really festive and interesting atmosphere. So definitely something a little bit unique that you can experience here at the Bryant Park Market. Do plan to spend a little time here, because like I said, it is bigger. There are a lot of vendors. If you really want to give yourself time to explore around, poke around in all of the different little shops, and maybe try several things to eat. Bryant Park is definitely a market to check out for those who are planning to take our Free Tours by Foot Holiday Lights Tour, because the Holiday Lights Tour meetup is just on the other side of the New York Public Library from the Bryant Park Market. So definitely come here, plan to spend a little bit of time. You could have something to eat, you can have some hot chocolate to carry along with you while you do the first part of the tour. Definitely something to consider. So one of the other large holiday markets you can visit is the one at Union Square. So to access the Union Square Market, you would go to 14th Street. You can enter the market either at University Place or from the Broadway entrance as well. Now, the Union Square Market is about equal in size to the Bryant Park Market, maybe a little bit smaller, but a very, very large market. So it's another one you would want to plan ample time for if you decide to visit. Now, it doesn't have the ice skating rink or anything like that that Bryant Park has, but it does have a lot of really wonderful vendors, some very unique vendors at Union Square. Absolutely worth checking out, along with some really fantastic food. And last year when I went, I had the fanciest hot chocolate I've ever had in my life. So definitely worth checking out. Now, Union Square, because it is a little further downtown, it would be a great one to consider if you are going to be doing anything in Lower Manhattan, if you're going down to the financial district, if you're going to Greenwich Village, if you're going to the Lower East Side, because it's going to be much, much closer than coming to the markets up in Midtown. So the final market I want to tell you about is the one at Columbus Circle. So Columbus Circle is just at the southwest entrance to Central Park. So I would say one of the primary draws of the Columbus Circle market is the option to visit Central Park right before or right after. You can add on a wonderful Central Park visit. A lot of the, I would say, top sites to see in Central Park are right down there at the south end of the park. So a really good opportunity to see some of that. Now the Columbus Circle market is quite a bit smaller than the Bryant Park market or the Union Square market, but if you're somebody that's traveling with really small children, they may not be up for doing the entire Union Square market or the Bryant Park market, so that might be a more manageable size for somebody who has small children. There are also more vendors that have things, I think, specifically for little kids at the Columbus Circle market, so that would be one of the reasons to choose that market over maybe the other two. So all of the markets that I've talked about are in Manhattan, and they're also markets that are pretty established and have been running for a number of years. But I do want to mention that this year, for the first year, this same type of market is going to be in Brooklyn at Borough Hall, so right in front of Brooklyn's Borough Hall. So great opportunity to check that one out if you are, for example, taking our Brooklyn Bridge, Brooklyn Heights Dumbo tour. Where that tour finishes up is not all that far from where that market's going to be. Now, just so you know, this is the first year this market is there. It is going to be quite a bit smaller than the other ones, but we're excited to see that it's there, and we're looking forward to seeing how it grows and develops and changes over the years. Maybe at some point it'll be as large as the Union Square market or the Bryant Park market. So we hope that you will consider checking out any of these markets, maybe more than one, on your visit to New York City. Like I said earlier, you are not going to find the cheapest gifts possible, but you will find something truly unique. You'll be supporting local businesses, small businesses, local artists, and you'll have a great experience. Something else you should check out is our individual videos on each of these markets, Bryant Park, Union Square, Columbus Circle, so you can see a little bit more of the ins and outs of what you might expect at those markets. If you're visiting at this time of year, make sure you consider taking the Free Tours by Foot Holiday Lights Tour, our Dyker Heights Tour, or our Christmas movie tour, and you'll have a really fun and really festive time. We look forward to seeing you. Thanks.